Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices report, and we'll be looking at the S&P, the DJI, the Nasdaq and the Russell, and starting with this one on the daily chart here. On the bigger picture, we've got intermediate wave 3, an A and a B and a C for intermediate wave 4. So we're looking for 5 waves up for intermediate wave 5. We're looking at minor wave 1 here, minor wave 2. So we're in minor wave 3 at the moment. Within minor wave 3, we're looking for 5 waves of minute degree. So we have our first 5 waves up here as wave 1. We're looking for wave 2. As I may have pointed out before, this 50-60% retracement level is here. So it is possible for it to move here. However, we're expecting it to only move to roughly the 2150 area and then moving up from there, which is also the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. A couple of reasons for that, but mainly we can also see that most of the previous retracement levels have been quite shallow, so that's what we're looking for. But we'll take it step by step, wave by wave, and let's move into the 4-hour chart to focus on minute wave 1 and minute wave 2 retracement here. So on the 4-hour chart here, we're looking at the A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave for the B wave here, and wave C. And one of the reasons that we'd only think it was coming down to this area through here, because if this was wave 1 coming down here, then wave 2 would be short and swift and more so simple, but we've almost got a triangle pattern in here, and triangles only occur in wave 4s and wave B, so it's highly likely we're going to see the A wave here, the B wave here and the C wave here. So we'll be looking pretty much for Friday and Monday to be positive once this 5-wave sequence down here is completed. To get the exact target, we'll just track the actual individual wave count within that 5-wave structure of wave C moving down here, which will look a little bit like this here, the 1 and the 2 here. We're in the 3rd wave at the moment, and the 4th and the 5th wave coming into play here. So yeah, we'll create buying opportunities here, but we don't want to buy on the low. We want to make sure that we've got an impulse wave to the upside. But just to break that down a little bit further here for the intraday traders here, we're looking at, just bring this into perspective here, just give me a moment. Okay, so just in a bit of a nutshell here, if you can follow me on here, we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here. Wave 3 is normally the longest and strongest within the stock market, not always, but most of the time. So we're looking at wave 3 here, wave 4 and wave 5 of C of 2 here. So within this particular wave 2 here to wave 3 here, we can see we've got wave 1 and 2 here. So we're looking for 3, 4 and 5 coming into here, then an A and a B and a C for this wave 4 that can pull back to this wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, wherever that may come in, and then wave 5 down here. Wave 5 should be roughly the same length as wave 1 here. So we're kind of looking down here and also lower as well to this 2150 area here. But as I mentioned, it's more important to count the waves. So, but if I had to take a bit more of a stab at this, I'd be looking here. I would consider wave 4 bouncing off that off here, and then wave 5 making a little bit of a headway down through here. So hopefully this can sort of occur on the Thursday in the next session, and then we can look for a positive market on the Friday and the Monday. So just moving on a little bit and having a look at the DJI. So we find that here. I'll just cut through to the 1-hour chart here, but same scenario, wave 4, wave 5 of 1 here of minute degree, then an A, little A, B and C here for wave B, and then we're looking down for wave C here of 2, roughly down to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. And the quick look at the Nasdaq as well here, just tech stocks. So okay, well on the way here. So once again here, just on the 15-minute chart here, a little bit sort of messy here, apologies for that, but you get the picture. I've got this labelled a bit different in a different degree of structure here, but it's the same pattern, the same counting, just different coloured labelling here. So I've just been toying around with another idea, but don't pay any attention to that. A wave, an A and a B and a C for B wave here, and then down for 1 here, back for 2 here, then 1, open this up a little bit further here, you start to get the picture here. So wave 2, so wave 1 and 2 here, wave 3 will be sort of here, wave 4, I can bring this over a little bit, wave 5 into group 2 here, group 2 is always 65, 72 and 80. We can look for wave 4 to pull back to this wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. It might be helpful if I just move these here. And yeah, wave 4 here, and then we can bring this down into this sort of area here. So this is pretty much what we're looking at here, and I'll just save this while I'm here, if you don't mind. So that's the sort of structure that we're looking for here. Now, with the next market, the Russell. With this market, I was toying around, as you know, with a different wave count, one that was a bit more positive, and we had a little long trade in here, and we're looking for possible further upside here. So we put our stop in above here, so our stop has been hit here. So this market too would be the same as the other markets. Now, if I can just remove these here for the time being. Now, we're looking at this as a possible wave 4 here, but obviously it's not correct. So we would need to look at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and wave 5 here to make wave B. So what would also be looking here, this market is a bit more chirpy onto the upside here, but in this case we would be looking for correction sort of back down into these sort of areas here, because this would become wave C here, and then moving up from that point there. So the same thing, it's just that this one made new highs here, so we thought it had a different structure, so it was slightly different anyway, same but different. So but look, anyway, where we are now with this, not a big deal, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll pick up the thread here, and look to be long here. But once again, we don't want to buy directly on the low here. We want to get evidence of a first impulse wave up here in 5 waves, and then we'll get the pullback, and then we can look to get in, because if we get 5 waves here, that means we'll get another 5 waves over here. It always keeps us safe as break even. It was like this move here, we had a little 5-wave structure in here, so there was no problem in going long here, because we know we could at least at minimum get to break even here. So it wasn't a big deal, and we traded in line with the trend and so on and so on. So we did all the right things. Yeah, so that's what we'll do again down here as well. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Cheers.